What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I just want to talk about the show I went to the past weekend, the Fulton model car and truck show, and kind of want to show you what I got. It was an awesome little show. It's definitely like a midget Acme, you want to call it. You know how Acme is. It's sometimes Acme gets kind of overwhelming because it's so big and there's just so many people around there and stuff, and it gets kind of like, oh, what's going on? Um, this place is definitely much more calmer. It's obviously much smaller. Um, but I think this is really nice. This is a really nice model show, and it wasn't as crowded, and it was really nice. I definitely enjoyed myself. I went there with Cliff. Cliff actually told me about it, and he said, "No, come on, you gotta go to the show." And I was like, "I did not know this even existed." So this is actually their 30th annual show, which is actually pretty cool. It's actually older than Acme, which is pretty insane. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and show you what I got. Obviously, they had a swap meet there, so I did pick up a few kits. A few other kits. I'm gonna get wrapped for Christmas because my parents don't know what to get me for Christmas, so they're gonna keep those. They paid for me for those, and yeah, so I got 3 kits I purchased for myself, and I think they're pretty cool. The first vendor, this guy was super cool, and he was wicked cool guy, and it was just really awesome and really nice. So he had a few kits. I saw this one. This one kind of stuck out to me the most. So I went ahead and purchased this one from him, the 1970 Chevelle 3-in-1. I believe you can build it as a dragster, and I believe you can build it as a stock Chevelle as well. So wicked cool. A Chevy SS that is, and it's a wicked cool kit. So I've been eyeing it for a while. Couldn't find it. People on eBay were asking like 40, 50 bucks for it. So I scored it for 18. He had it for 20, but he said, I'll do it for 18. I'm like, sure? And he goes, yep. So wicked cool guy, and he was really cool. So I had to get a kit from him. Okay, these next 2 kits are from the same vendor. Not the same one, but different same one. This one kind of stuck out. This is actually pretty cool. I haven't seen this kit. It's a Porsche 904. Wicked cool. It's definitely seen some better days. It's definitely begging to get built because when I picked this up, the box art, I mean, you can barely make out the box art. It was just so covered with dust or whatever it was covered with. It was covered in something. I was like, wow, and it just brushed right off. I was like, yeah, this has definitely been sitting in the attic for some time. So this is definitely begging to get built. I scored it for 10 bucks. Not bad. And it was like a little Porsche race car, and it looks pretty neat. And of course, I double check. Definitely, if you go to a swap meet, make sure even if it says nothing on the box and it's open, just make sure, just open it. There's no issue for you opening a box at the swap meet, because you just gotta double check, make sure it's all there. If it's not, then obviously try to chip the guy down or whatever. But this is all here. The owner was very kind to put the clear parts in a plastic bag and a tissue paper. There's actually 2 clear parts in here. So there's 2 windshields, 2 rear glass. I don't know why that is, but I guess I just messed up on the set. I have a spare, I guess. But this is completely sealed. It's factory sealed bags. So look at cool. So you got the body there. Let's like interior and chassis parts. Again, fully sealed. And then the decals, tires all here. All 4. Decals look kind of aged. They still look pretty good. You can still see kind of clear. So, but I don't really care about the 86 or these stripes. Basically, all I care about is these Porsche emblems, these little Porsche logos. So I'm gonna try to save those. They still look pretty good. These decals do look pretty good still. So, but if they're not too good, I'm gonna try to save those Porsche emblems because those are main important ones I want to try to save. If the stripes, I don't really care about the stripes. I can just paint the stripes on if I wanted to. But yeah, it's an awesome kit, little kit, and it's 10 bucks. Can't go wrong. So look at cool. So I gotta go pick this one up. It's definitely begging to get built. All right, then the last one I saw and picked up was, I bought this one quite some time ago, like 3 or 4 years ago when I kind of started my channel. I entered into the cancer awareness group build. This is obviously an older box art version, but um, I never entered this one to the Cancer Awareness build, and I painted it pink, which is pretty cool. Pinkish purplish, I think I painted it, and it didn't turn out so good because I was still a beginner. But a little Acura, very cool. And this one does say no tires and no decals, so he was honest about that. But again, you do want to double check. Just give you guys a little tip. If you go to a swap meet, of course you open kits. If it doesn't say anything, open it no matter what. People could be lying. It could always be missing a part. If it is, and you don't care about it, try to chip the guy down and say, hey, this is missing a part or missing a tree or whatever. You can tell. If you do model cars for quite some time, you'll know what it's missing. Especially if you're a car modeler like I am, I definitely know what could be missing and what is not missing. So, but he said it's missing the wheels and tires, and I checked. This is completely sealed with the body, chassis, car parts are inside, and the tires are actually inside too. That's pretty cool. I thought the tires were missing too because he took the wheels, but really cool. So that bag's completely sealed. The instructions are here, so there's no decals, like he said. So I don't care about the decals. There's aftermarket, metal transfer, accurate decals I can get. Are much better than decals. This bag is open, but this is where he had to open it to get the wheels out. So, but everything else is still on their trees. All the body parts, everything's all there. The chrome is all there. And then that tree looks to be all there as well. So wicked cool. So yeah, just this little tip. If you're gonna buy the kit from the swap meet, just double check everything. Make sure, especially open kit if it's not sealed. Definitely just make sure if everything is there. If it's not, then just let the guy know and see if you can ship down a few bucks. But that's basically it for I got at the show. I wanted to go back to the show or at the swap meet, but I couldn't because everybody kept stopping me and asking me about my models and stuff. And the swap meet had really good stuff, really, really great prices. I mean, really good prices. I mean, it was insane. Because I got these kits. I want to take these kits back into the show where my stuff was, so I can drop them off and go back and get more. But I never got a chance to because everybody kept stopping me and stuff and asking me about my builds, and it was cool. But oh my gosh, I just wish I went back in there. But that's a video. I do have another swap meet coming up here in town a few more months, so I think we'll definitely be going to that. But the show was absolutely amazing. The show was incredible. It's definitely calm, not as accurate as Acme. It's just more calm than Acme, and it's just nicer. So some of you are probably wondering, did I walk home with any awards? And I did. I love this. I love how these smaller shows do their categories and their awards better than Acme. Acme only does top 10, which I get, but I just kind of wish Acme did like each category as award like this show. And I know a lot. I mean, a lot of shows do this same way. Each category gets the first, second, and third place award, and I wish Acme did that, but I get Acme is kind of bigger show, but I think this way is so much better. It gets more people opportunity to bring home a medal, So, but whatever, I do like this way a lot better than Acme. I'll just throw that out there right now. So this show in particular had 16 categories. I'll just name a few. I'm not going to name them all. They got hot rods, pickups, vans, SUVs, 4x4s, open wheel race cars, closed wheel race cars, dragsters, real life replica, hot rods. They had semi trucks, box stock. That's a cool category, a box stock category, but the instructions have to be with it. Make sure having it is box stock. Make sure you didn't do any distributor wires or nothing like that. They had curbside custom, randoms, like it just bunch of stuff. I mean, bunch of categories, and every cool. All 16 categories got a third, second, and first place award. So I think that way is so cool. So let's go ahead and show you what I got. So I did get two third place winners. Yeah, two. And I did get two first place winners. So I'm gonna put the pictures of the cars on your screen because I don't want to pull them out. And yeah. So first place, or for the first third place winner. My Toyota Supra has received a third place award in the customs category because it has a custom wide body kit on it. So that one has gotten a special third place award, and it just wicked cool. And I'm really glad that there's a lot of good custom cars in that category. So that's pretty cool that Supra got an award. The next award goes to the SUVs, off-road 4x4s, trucks category. And I put my Ford Baja Bronco in there, and I also put my AMT 1960 fleet-size pickup with go-kart in there. And my Baja Bronco also received a third place winner award for that category, and that is just too cool. Look at cool. And I'm really surprised they even got third place because there's a lot of awesome pickup trucks in that category. If you saw my slideshow video of the show, you know why. There's a lot of really good, awesome trucks in there. So really cool. So I'm so glad my Bronco got award. All right, for the hot rod category, for the hot rods, I entered in my 34 Model A Coupe with the twin turbo. This one was a complete surprise because there's a lot of amazing hot rods there, but my 34 twin turbo coupe has gotten me first place award for that category. Absolutely insane. I never thought that thing would get first place, but it's definitely unique. I'm super glad I got something because it is definitely a unique model, and something you don't typically see every day. Some building, so that is so cool. It has gotten in first place, so I'm glad about that. And then the last category I entered into was the real life replica cars, which is you replicate your model off a real life car. So I entered my Alpha Model Bugatti Chiron Sport and my Alpha Model Porsche 911 GT3 in there, and my Bugatti has taken me home another award for first place in this category. And in this category in particular, real life replica cars, this category had the most models in it. I think it had over 50 models just in that class alone. And my Bugatti took home first place award for that show, for that class. So wicked cool. My Bugatti it's just too cool. I'm so glad it won another award. It has taken me home an award for the Model Car magazine back at Acme 3 weeks ago, 3 to 4, almost 4 weeks ago, and it's just wicked cool. I'm so glad my Bugatti is getting so much attention, and I'm kind of glad it is because it was a lot of hours just of carbon fiber on that thing, and just so many hours worth of decals, paint, all that fun stuff onto that car. And I'm so glad it's getting recognized. So unlike this show, unlike Acme, the people are judges. Like I was a judge, people are the random people are judges. But these smaller shows, like this show in particular, there's actual judges, like people who've been doing this hobby for like 30, 40, 50 plus years, and they know what they're looking for. And I was watching the judges, and they had flashlights, like really getting deep into the paint job. They're making sure there's no orange peel. They're really getting in depth of the cars, like how much detail does it have in the engine, the paint job, the weathering, if you like weathered it. I mean, they're really getting into deep in these cars. I mean, I think that's wicked cool. Because Acme, they just have random people be a judge, and basically what people pick is just the coolest. They're not really looking at the paint job, or they're not looking at, all weird stuff. You're just looking at, oh, this is cool. Let me write it down. But these are actual judges actually taking in depth of detail into the model car, to the engine bay, the interior, paint job, carbon fiber, whatever you put into it. They're really looking into deep in it, and I gotta give them credit because I could not be a judge because at this show there was over 230 models on display, I believe, which is pretty good for a tiny show like this. Definitely they had a lot more this year than last year. So, but I gotta give the judges credit, and I cannot thank each and every single one of them enough for the show. And my first time going at the show, and I won 4 awards, which is pretty insane. That's just too cool. I know one guy came up to me and said, "No, that's insane." He said, "I've been going to the show since 2003 or 2004 or something like that." And he actually won an award this year as well. But he said this is his first award he's won at that show for the past, how many years he's been going for 19, almost 20 years he's been going. That's insane. So, and my first time going, I won four. So that's just speechless to me, and everybody there was so friendly and just too cool. But all right, guys, that's it. That's my experience at the Fulton Model Car Show, 30th annual. This year, they say this year might be the last year. They're not sure yet because people who want it are getting older and they're getting pretty tired. Obviously, it does take a lot of effort and work to do a model car show. I mean, it takes a whole year's worth of planning to do a model car show. So it does take a lot of time and effort. And for them to do this for 30 years, I gotta give them credit. Wicked cool. So, but not the big deal because I do have two more shows coming up next year. Actually, three or four more. Who knows? But two so far. We have one coming in May, I believe, and we have the biggest one in New York, which is the Syracuse one in July, I believe. So can't wait for those. And Cliff is gonna go there as well. So looking forward to those two shows. But right now, guys, until my next video, I'll catch you guys next time, and I'll have an update video on my NASCAR probably this weekend. So stay tuned for that. But I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.